Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we're going to be showing you the top stats in the game for the strongest alliances. However, because it's the holiday season, we're giving you the special one, just like we did for Kingdoms, where we're going to show you the top alliances that are at 1 billion power and more. So I think we're at 600 plus right now. So we're going to show you the 600 plus alliances all in order. I'm still going to give you the same top 25 as well. And if you do want to be able to get access to the sheet, remember, this is the master sheet. I poured everything over 24 hours after, and the Kingdoms one is already up on the public sheet. I put that one up, I think, yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, at least a day or two after. But if you do want to get access to that, you can join the Discord. Link to that in the pinned comment description down below. Once you join, you'll go to Reaction Rules. You'll select Call of Dragons, which is the one here in the middle. You'll go here. If this doesn't pop out, you just click the category header. You go to COD Data Stats, and it's going to be the top link here. I recommend saving it, favoriting, bookmarking, whatever you want to do. Now, let me get some disclaimers out of the way as always. Number one, this data was pulled on the 21st of December. Yes, also to get the elephant out of the room out of the way this time, even though it's not as bad, I guess, so to speak. But when I was going through and I was pulling the screenshots, I did take a look at the event calendar and I noticed that the 22nd is when Roots of War ends. So we're kind of on the second to last day. Again, there might be some fluctuations with some alliances that maybe didn't get, but as far as power goes, we're still pretty consistent because I compared this against the data that we pulled on the 13th, and the amount of power for the alliances in the top 25 for the one we did now, which was pulled on the 21st, is actually a little bit stronger. So really what that makes me believe is that there's probably maybe a handful or a few alliances that could have been in the top 25, but they still will be shown. Number two is that keep in mind that anytime kingdoms or alliances are in home kingdom or KVK, that can fluctuate some of the powers that you see. And then number three is that remember the screenshots that we're showing you are just visual aids. They're not meant to be indicators of what the text numbers are showing you. That is based on the data pools. Number four is that if you do want to be able to get access to the bot information and or the bot Discord from what we pull, right, Rich the homeboy, link to that is going to be in the pinned comment description down below as well if you want to find out how you can grab some data like this. Last one I think we have here is that if there's ever any data that you would like for me to pull or you'd like to see if it's possible, just let me know in the comments down below. With that out of the way, here we go. We got some new columns for you. So I'm going to show you the first batch here that we have. Oh, I actually thought that this was ranking all the way down. Hang on, let's do this. Boom, boom, bam. So we got the top 585 alliances, and you can see, right, based on the poll yesterday, it's everyone that's over 1 billion power. And this is just based on the total power of the alliance, of course. This isn't like a top 300 or a top 100 or something like that for the alliance. It's what the actual alliance power is. Now, a couple new categories that I've added in, and I may continue to add these in if you guys would like to see some of these interesting stats. Let me lower this a little bit just because I want to be able to show you guys everything. So going left to right, we've changed this up a bit. Again, I'm showing you RSS gathered. This is total RSS gathered, essentially every individual player's resource gathered, and then you're just adding up all the players in the alliance that have gathered resources for what their total RSS gathered is off their more info page, and you're just getting kind of a sum total for that alliance. RSS given is how much RSS have people given out to others. Now, remember, if people have migrated or if they've moved, this could also mean that they've given resources out to other people that are not in this alliance, especially if they were migrating in, but it just kind of shows you and gives you a ballpark of how much RSS donations are people kind of giving out or transferring. The amount of helps that alliance has, if you kind of want to use that as a gauge for potential activity. And then we have the amount of CH16s and the amount of CH25s that are in those alliances. So if you're CH16 and above, this is how many players are there. If you're at CH25, this is how many you have at that moment. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and start skadoosh scrolling here, so we can show you as much as we can. And again, I'm going to go at a decent pace just because I know that there is a little bit, but I'll pause for a moment just because, again, I know people are going to want to pause the video as they go up just to make sure that they get, I'll do this over here too as well so the blue thing doesn't show there, and that allows for me just to keep a better gauge. Now, I am curious. Ooh, was this one? What was this? Oh, that was EIF, equal EIF. Okay, there we go. I was trying to make this correction. For some reason, I need to figure out how I can still show the equal thing with it out, and I bet you it's probably just a simple Google search for me to figure that one out, where it doesn't give an error. I'm sure it's probably an easy fix. But being able to show off, and again, some of these new stats, if you remember right, we weren't including a number of these before. And, a part of that was, again, I want to be able to show off more on the alliances. And I think that there are a number of really interesting stats that we're able to broadcast not only when we do the top 25, but kind of whenever I do these either biannually or if I end up doing them annually. I'm not sure yet, but I do like being able to show you guys off all the stats. And I should say all the stats specifically for as many of the kingdoms, as many of the alliances, as many of the players as possible. Because it is nice, and I love doing my top 25 stuff, but I also love being able to showcase off, as many of the, I'll just say, individuals as possible, whether that's in a kingdom, alliance, or if it's in a player approach. And this is kind of similar to, for those of you that have seen me do those videos where and again, it's been a minute since I've done them, but when I was doing the season 1 showcases, right? So I think we've done maybe 2 or 3 cycle months of those where we showed off who the top 20, I think it was the top 25 kingdoms, alliances, and players that were coming out of season 1. And I really liked doing that because to me it almost felt like, let's kind of look at the young guns. Let's look at the young bucks, right? Who's kind of growing in power? Who are some people to maybe watch out for? And it really kind of gave me this idea of like when you're watching sports and you're thinking of, who are the rookies, right? And, who's like rookie of the year, who are outstanding rookies, who would make like, a first team or a second or third team for rookies, depending on the sport, or just what kind of highlights, right, are you able to kind of give what you would consider to be the younger generation. And so for me, that is kind of what I like to believe this is, just in a more expansive way, because we're showing off just a lot more data. And I just think it's important, right, to try and give as many people their flowers and as recognition as possible. And so, like I said, whether this ends up being just once a year, once every 6 months, we'll see. Now, if you'd like for it to be anything particular, let me know in the comments down below. All right, we're almost here now to our top 25. I'm going to try and stop it a little early. Okay, cool, awesome. So, as we get in, now we're probably going to go through this a little bit quicker than usual. But again, you can see like some of the top names here. Again, a number of these people and these kingdoms you're probably noticing are in the SOS for Season of Strife or SOS 3 for the Dragonfall KVK. Let's go ahead and dive into our top 25. Here we go. At number 25, we have KOV Squiggly, Knights of Valor. They come in at 13.8 billion power. And this is their first appearance here on the top 25. So welcome, we're happy to have you. Number 24. We're getting into RFF, Refund Family. They come in at 13.85 billion power. First appearance here on the top 25 alliances. So, welcome. We're happy to have you. Oh, you know what? I just realized I can go big or go home now. There we go. Number 23. I was going to say 218. This kingdom from 218 is E18. 18 is the alliance. 13.96 billion power. This is their first appearance here on the board. Welcome, we're happy to have you. Number 22, we got TG : ampersand, from Kingdom 244 coming in at 13.97 billion power. This is their first appearance here on the top 25, so welcome, we're happy to have you. Number 21, we got Squiggly. It's like this? Right? It's like big eye, small eye. That's what I was going. But yeah, we got big O _ little o or squiggly eyes going with sheesh here from 14.18 billion power. This is their first time appearing on the top 25. So welcome, we're happy to have you. Number 20, EXG, Exiled Gods from Kingdom 86, coming in at 14.30 billion power. This is their second appearance here on the board. So welcome back. Number 19, we got Alliance BNR. This is Brothers Everywhere. I'm pretty sure I'm getting that right from what they told me before. And I think so, right? Because it's bro and sis everywhere. Okay, if I need to change that to bro and sis everywhere, someone from BNR can let me know. Kingdom 156 coming in at 14.33 billion power. 8 appearances here on the board. Welcome back. Number 18. HOUW, House of Wolves, from Kingdom 222, coming in at 14.40 billion power. This is their first appearance here on the board. Welcome, we're happy to have you. Number 17, we got Kingdom 23, VOS, Veil of Shadows, 14.43 billion power. First appearance here on the board, so welcome back. Or I should say, sorry. Happy to have you. Number 16. Kingdom 259. WAO. We are one. 14.59 billion power. 2 appearances here on the board, so welcome back to WAO. Number 229, coming in at number 15, we get SSG Shinseki. It just sounds great saying that. 14.62 billion power. 4 appearances here on the top 25, so welcome back, SSG. Number 14, as we get deeper into the top 15 now, we are at EIS, Eminence and Shadow from Kingdom 61, coming in at 14.66 billion power. I think this was one of the alliances too as well that I think they had like 7 or 8 bill when I checked in the second. Then let's get to 16 appearances here though. Lots of appearances. Welcome back. Number 13, we got Kingdom 219. Or better yet, MM:. This is Team Immune. Held that in, thank me. 14.78 billion power. This is their first appearance here on the top 25, so welcome back. Sorry, we're happy to have you. Number 12, we got Zoo, Squiggly, for the Zoo family from Kingdom 116, coming in at 15.67 billion power. This is their second appearance on the board, so welcome back. Number 11, Kingdom 30, we got -NA-Nova Avengers, 15.82 billion power. 7 appearances here on the board. Welcome back. Number 10, or we should be at 10 and breaking into the top 10, RA-C Catching Fire from Kingdom 266, coming in at 17.2 billion power. They are at, they've had 2 appearances here on the board, so welcome back. Number 9, Kingdom 249, WB_Warbeast Alliance from Kingdom 249, coming in at 17.41 billion power. Second appearance here on the board. Oh, we held it in good. 2 appearances. It's probably not good to hold the odds in, but we're doing our best. Number 8, we got A2A Ashes to Ashes Kingdom 147, 17.47 billion power. This is their 3rd appearance here on the board. Welcome back. Number 7, Kingdom 5, Noir Nocturnal Order, coming in at 18.7 billion from Kingdom 5. This is their 13th appearance here on the top 25 alliances. Welcome back. Number 6, EDS Eternal Dragon from Kingdom 96. They come in 18.72 billion power. This is their first appearance here on the board. Welcome back. We're happy to have you. Also, remember, if you have new or different alliance names or tags, it already takes too much time to do a lot of this. I'm not going to go through and pull all of those as well. You can keep the same tag. Otherwise, if not, I will just start you over and refresh. However, if you reach out to me, I may consider carrying over previous stuff. Just, you can ask. I will say that much. Kingdom 134. L Squiggly TS. Here, Legacy of the Spartans from 134. They come in at 19.38 billion power into our top 5, and they have 8 appearances here on the board. Welcome back. Number 4, we have at 19.71 billion power, NTS Natisk_S from Kingdom 49. This is their 2nd appearance here on the board. Welcome back. Also, I want to say something about NTS, which is that given what it feels like, a lot of what they've gone through, from kind of dramatic stories, from accusations to anything that has kind of been thrown their way, right? The fact that they have continued to play, to persevere, to keep making a name for themselves, and seeing them back on the top 25 alliances, and again, within the top 25 kingdoms at this point, is, I'll just say this, man, it is a nice story. That's how I feel about that. Number 3, PGW Degenerates. 19.84 billion, Kingdom 85. This is their 10th appearance on the board. Welcome back. Number 2, we got BDO, Blood Invictus. Kingdom 41, coming in at 22.83 billion power. 17 appearances here. I think they have the most at the moment. I think it's close with the War and one of the others that were at 16, I believe. Might as well get one in. Now, let's get to number 1, which is Echo, Eternal Chaos. They come in at 23.86 billion power, and they have 3 appearances here on the board from Kingdom 60. I want to point out, too, as well, that if you recall, alliances at a different point in time, right? Like, so what, peaked here 23.86, There was one at 20. There was a 24.2, right? That was in a war. I think that might have been the highest. Let's see. Because we can go back a little bit here. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, because now we're going back to like December last year. So it looks like 24 bill, a little over 24 bill was the highest peak so far that we've seen. However, a lot of the kingdom powers have been, I like to believe, coming back in line. And so, you know, you might find where, which I want to point out is good, but it is going to take time because, again, like most of us know, when they ended up having that, we're just going to kind of have an uncapped migration season for a number of the kingdoms, it really pushed the threshold at the minimum higher and probably the ceiling higher than we would have really liked to see. And after you get a couple more seasons in, right, you have people that will just stop playing, migration a little bit more limited now. Hopefully you'll end up finding more kingdoms, especially as the seasons go on the higher end. We'll start to kind of lower their overall kingdom power and or just allow for others to kind of catch up. I think that's the idea if you're trying to sandwich it from both ends. That's going to do it for me. Would love to know what you guys think on this one. And if you'd like to see any other types of stats outside of these ones, please feel free to let me know. And as a friendly reminder, yes, I will be porting this over to the public sheet at least 24 hours afterwards. And again, you can find that on the Discord. That's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.